Back on Inside Drag Racing as we continue our coverage of the National Mustang Racers Association 4th Annual World Finals here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. You know, Ford made a lot of racket when they released one of these things, a 2003 Cobra, that is really making news because they come factory equipped with a supercharger. They're claiming they can run in the 12s right off the showroom floor with street tires, and when you start doing things to them, very few things, they can run in the 10s. You ran a 1087, Paul?
Yeah, 1087 this morning. 134 miles an hour.
Now, what did you do to this car?
Well, this car, we do have an underdrive pulley on there. We do have a throttle body and an inlet, and we've got Dasani exhaust and a Diablo Sport chip. And
you say it just real casually, Diablo Sport chip, but that's where a lot of the horsepower's gained.
That's right. There's a lot of potential in the computer in these cars. You know, Ford has them. You know, they're warranting these cars for 36,000 miles, so they're well safe. But there's a lot of potential in these cars.
I can believe that. Running from a car that runs 12 and 13 seconds on the showroom floor to 10s like that.
That's right. Yeah, the 60-foot times that you can get out of these cars. We do have a straight axle in this car, and you know, to run that ET and speed, you do have to have a cage and the safety equipment to go along with it. But
what do you think the potential is? I mean, how far away are the 9s?
Not far. You'll see them.
That's incredible. You also have one of them. You put the Diablo chip in, and what happened?
Well, like last night, I went 1179 at 120.33 on the factory F1 tires.
No kidding. Factory tires?
Yeah, with a 187 60-foot.
And you haven't done as much to your car as Paul has to his?
No, not quite as much. I have a Borla Catback, an Amazon Racing, Diablo Sport chip, and a pulley, and that's about it.
All right, so you keep hearing this Diablo Sport chip come up. You know, there must be something to it. Let's talk to the reps from Diablo and find out, what is this thing?
Well, it's pretty much a chip that's going to take and adjust a fuel curve, your timing curve and everything, and it's going to give a better performance. It's going to give a wider torque band in these cars and really get them moving because they are a heavy car and they need the torque.
How hard is it to install one of these chips?
It's like changing a fuse, fairly simple. One screwdriver, pull out the computer, and there's a little socket on the back of the computer. You just plug the chip in.
Now, Diablo makes chips for something besides the new Cobra.
Oh yeah, we covered a whole Ford product line, and what our most popular chip is besides the Mustangs and race car stuff is the Ford Diesel.
Diesel?
Diesel. You get a 50 to 80 horsepower out of those things.
Want to know more? You got a website?
DiabloSport.com.
And they can find out all about it there.
Absolutely.
So the hottest new trick you're finding out right now for all the Ford line, but especially the modular motors. Remember the Diablo people if you want a trick chip. Now, there's something else a lot of the Mustang racers like to use. They have a display right next door here on Sponsors Row. We'll find out about that right now. That, of course, would be